I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation,
under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
The vision of Doral Academy Charter Middle High School is to set the standard for outstanding student achievement while providing a safe and nurturing academic environment.
Rise and shine, Firebirds. I'm Ms. Danny Hernandez.
And I'm Maria Gonzalez. Today is Friday, February 14th, and welcome to the 19th edition of our weekly show, The Rise.
Although today's Valentine's Day, it's also the second anniversary of the shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School.
On today's show, we'll be focusing on love and kindness,
voting in our Doral community,
your weekend weather forecast,
this week's sports report,
and last but not least, your weekly announcements. All of this and more coming up on today's edition of
The Rise. In national news, the coronavirus becomes more and more concerned worldwide. The United States now has a total of 15 reported cases.
Multiple cruise ships have quarantined passengers that show symptoms of the virus, which has killed nearly 1,400 people.
Symptoms include fever, cough, and shortness of breath, and the virus is usually spread by contact, including coughing and sneezing.
In local news, a sea turtle that has been receiving treatment at the Gumbo Limbo Nature Center in Boca Raton has passed 100 pieces of plastic in her stool.
According to the center's post, the turtle named Zatanna was recovering from a hook removal surgery when she began passing large pieces of plastic in her stool. Many have used this as an example as a campaign for the importance of recycling.
2 years ago, at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School, a gunman opened fire, claiming the lives of 17 people and injuring many others.
Today, we remember those we lost and fight to spread love and kindness.
February 14th is known as a day of love, a time to cherish your loved ones and hug them a little tighter. But it also marks the second anniversary of the tragic Marjory Stoneman Douglas school shooting that took away 17 lives. Hitting us close to home, it's safe to say that this day left many heartbroken. But when honoring the lives lost, we must realize that we must show our love for one another on such a special day like today.
With the controversy in our divided nation, now more than ever it's crucial to know the power of voting.
With the elections coming up, here's some information on the importance of voting.
Impeachment is actually a two-step process. The first part is carried out by the House of Representatives, and that's actually the impeachment part. And then the second part is the trial to the impeachment, and that's carried out by the Senate.
Impeachment has not only affected adults, but has had an impact on the younger generation.
I believe the youth should be informed in politics because we will have to live with the consequences of whatever happens today the longest. That is why we should know what's going on, and then with that information, you can only do so much with just knowing it. So that's why something like voting or organizing and advocating is so important. It turns those thoughts and words into action.
This problem has been around for decades.
In all elections, younger people usually tend to be the one with the lowest voter turnout. You know, they affect us more than anyone else. We're the ones that are going to have to face the impact of these decisions the longest.
For my students now, it's exposed them to parts of government that sometimes they're not exposed to.
Voting is the only way you can do
This is why it's so important to vote, not just in the presidential elections, but also midterms, primaries, everything you can, because that's really the only thing you can do.
Signing off for Fiber TV, I'm Maria Gonzalez reporting.
Sometimes we need a weekend to just relax and hang out with family and friends.
With this weekend's weather forecast, here's Grace Wong.
Good morning, Firebirds. I'm Grace Wong here with your weekend's forecast. Today we will be experiencing a partly cloudy day with a high of 86 and a low of 79. On Saturday, it will be a mix of rain and clouds with a high of 80 and a low of 70. On Sunday, there will be a mix of sunshine and clouds with a high of 81 and a low of 72. And finally, on Monday, we will be back to our sunny weather with a high of 81 and a low of 68. That's all for your weekend's forecast. I'm Grace Wong. Now, back to your anchors.
With the winter season almost at an end, there's a lot to keep up with.
That's right. Here's Adriana Barrios with your weekly sports report.
Good morning, Firebirds. I'm Adriana Barrios, and this is your weekly sports update. Our boys basketball team beat Southridge on Tuesday with a score of 61-37. Unfortunately, they lost on Wednesday against Matter 42-68. We congratulate them on a great season. This week, our girls soccer team unfortunately lost against Olympic Heights, but we congratulate them on a good season. Our boys soccer team beat Matter on Wednesday to win their regional quarterfinal game. Regional semis will be taking place tomorrow at 7 p.m. here at our home field. Good luck. Our baseball team beat Jackson with a score of 7-0 on Monday. Last night they played against Flanagan. Their next game is Monday against Archbishop McCarthy. Our girls tennis team started off their season strong with their first win against Ferguson. Congrats. That's all for this week's sports report. I'm Adriana Barrios. Now back to your anchors.
Although procrastinating may seem like the easiest thing to do, it's more important to always stay on task.
And to make sure you're updated with all of your activities this week, here are your weekly announcements.
Today, Doral will be selling Chick-fil-A sandwiches for $5 at the Firebird Bistro. Make sure you get yours before they run out.
There will be no school on Monday, February 17th in celebration of President's Day.
Check out Firebird Digital's Feature Friday on Doral Academy's Instagram.
This Saturday, our boys soccer team will play in regional semifinals. Check out their Instagram for time updates.
Several clubs have their officer applications open. Make sure to sign up for a leadership position for a club that piques your interest. That's all for this edition of The Rise. Remember to spread love and kindness today and every day.
Happy Valentine's Day, and from all of us here at Firebird TV, we hope you have an amazing weekend.